On this 2010 to 2015 Civic with the 1.8 gas engine, P0498 points to low voltage on the EVAP canister vent shut valve circuit. In plain language, the PCM is not seeing the vent valve circuit behave the way it expects electrically. The car may simply have a check engine light, and it can often drive normally, but the EVAP monitor may be affected. Possible fault areas include the vent shut valve, its power feed, the control wire back to the PCM connector or terminal issues, and in the later part of the diagnosis, PCM software or PCM confirmation. Before getting deep into the circuit, start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. Start by turning the ignition switch to on Roman 2, or selecting on mode with the engine start/stop button. Clear the DTC with the HDS, then check for pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If P0498 comes right back, move into the circuit testing. If it does not come back at this point, command the EVAP canister vent shut valve on next so you can try to duplicate the fault. With the HDS, select EVAP CVS on in the inspection menu, then check again for pending or confirmed DTCs. If P0498 sets now, the failure is duplicated and you continue with the circuit checks. If P0498 does not set, the EVAP system is okay at this time. Treat that as an intermittent. Check for poor connections or loose terminals at the EVAP canister vent shut valve and at the PCM. If captured operating data is available for this code, try to reproduce the same conditions instead of guessing. Next, check the PHI-SUB-RLY-OUT feed to the vent shut valve. Turn the ignition OFF, disconnect the EVAP canister vent shut valve 2P connector, then turn the ignition back to on Roman 2 or select on mode. Measure voltage from EVAP canister vent shut valve 2P connector No. 1. The PUR wire to body ground. You are looking for battery voltage. If battery voltage is present, the PHI-SUB-RLY-OUT feed is OK, and you move to the valve resistance check. If battery voltage is not present, repair the open in the PHI-SUB-RLY-OUT wire between the EVAP canister vent shut valve and the PCM-side subrelay. Now turn the ignition OFF again. With the EVAP canister vent shut valve connector still disconnected, measure resistance across the valve side of the 2P connector between terminal No. 1 and terminal No. 2. At room temperature, the valve should measure about 25-30 ohms. If it does, the EVAP canister vent shut valve is OK and you continue to the VSV control wire checks. If it does not measure about 25-30 ohms at room temperature, replace the EVAP canister vent shut valve. For the VSV line short check, jump the SCS line with the HDS, disconnect PCM connector A, the 51P connector, and keep the vent shut valve 2P connector disconnected with the ignition OFF. Check continuity between PCM connector of 51P terminal No. 32, the LTGRN wire and body ground. If there is continuity, repair the short in the VSV wire between the EVAP canister vent shut valve and the PCM at a 32. If there is no continuity, go on to the open wire check for that same VSV circuit. To check the VSV line for an open, connect EVAP canister vent shut valve 2P connector No. 2, the LTGRN wire, to body ground with a jumper wire. With PCM connector of 51P still disconnected and the ignition OFF, check continuity between PCM connector of 51P terminal No. 32, the LTGRN wire and body ground. If there is no continuity, repair the open in the VSV wire between the EVAP canister vent shut valve and the PCM at a 32. If there is continuity, the VSV wire is OK, so the circuit checks have taken you up to the PCM side of the diagnosis. When the VSV wire checks OK, update the PCM if it does not have the latest software, or substitute a known good PCM. If P0498 goes away after the PCM update, troubleshooting is complete. If P0498 goes away with a substituted known good PCM, Replace the original PCM. Keep verification separate from the circuit testing. Confirm the code stays gone using the same HDS code check logic, and do not skip back into parts replacement without a failed test pointing you there. The clean path on P0498 is simple. Prove the code, prove the vent valve power feed, check the valve resistance, then prove the PCM control wire is not shorted or open before making a PCM-side call. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.